Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. And before I start talking about what the hell it is that you're looking at, I just want to say that it is like 3 in the morning for me right now, and I just got like a random spark of inspiration. So we're going to be starting a new kind of series on my channel, where weekly we are going to be taking a random unit from the past year. There's only going to be premium characters, so like premium leaders, 200%, that kind of thing, Dokkan Fests, and like major LRs. And we're going to be taking them for an entire week to see how the hell they do in current day content, see if they still hold up, blah, 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 and see if I can even attempt to win and then potentially rank them on a scale of between like fun, if they're even remotely usable, that kind of thing, where it's not going to be something that I'm going to be taking rather serious. It's not going to be like kind of like what Truth does with his long videos. It's not going to be anything like that. I'm just going to be doing a full week of using nothing but these characters in modern day events with whatever I have available to me. I do have every single premium release of last year, so we can go ahead and do this. I don't know what this is going to go. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. I'm going to think about it before I post this video, but just know that that is going to be a new series that we're starting. Today is a Friday, so pretty much just expect every Friday we are going to be re-rolling a new premium character of the past year in order to see how they do. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and spin this wheel and see who the hell we are going to be subjecting ourselves to for an entire goddamn week. Okay, you know what? 21. I think I can make that work. Now, the thing about 21 is, right? 21 has one big issue. We can also remove her from the wheel now that we've already got here. 21 has one big issue. And the issue with 21 is the fact that she's a dodge character on a team without a certain somebody, a certain tech UI. So we're gonna go ahead, try tech or AGL 21 here, see if we can actually get some use out of her. I don't know what event we're gonna hop into for the first day of 21 week, but I guess we'll see, right? So I'm gonna go make a team. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna hop into probably one of the random hard events that are in the game right now and see whether or not we can actually do something with 21. So I'll see you guys back once I've actually decided what the hell we're gonna do. Alright, so we are in the Cell Max event. Now, don't ask me why I thought to go into here. I just figured it could be an interesting stage for us to hop into for 21 specifically, just because not only does she have type advantage in this stage, but she does have, again, access to dodge, right? Because, like, for 21, her main problem that we talked about at the very start of this, whenever, I don't know how this is going to be edited together yet, I haven't done it yet, obviously. But the main issue with 21, right, is the fact that she is a dodge-based character in a meta right now where you want to be on a team that can cancel that kind of thing. Are we just dead? Huh. Well, that's nice. I guess that's a good start to this, right? Didn't get a whole lot of time there to start talking. I had like a whole plan going. We were gonna talk about stuff. You know, I had a team ready and prepared. Do we even have another 21 on the friends list? We don't. Oh no, yes we do. There's 21. That was great. I guess that's one thing. Oh wow, we are getting the full experience. Now, again, today, the first day, this is going to be like a one stage a day kind of thing, where I'm like attempting to use them, because I want to do like, not like daily, but like semi-daily, right? To try and see how many stages that I can do with these characters without losing my mind, and see like whether or not I can actually like feasibly do this. Like, are these characters and these teams still relevant, right? Are these units even fun to use anymore? Right, because I think that's like a big thing when it comes to this game, right? Is variety is like the spice of this game. If you're not having fun with a wide variety of characters, this game kind of starts to lose value for you, right? You want to be able to have fun. That's like the big thing, having a good time. So I think we're going to very quickly start to see some interesting things, I guess, over the course of the series, and I kind of want this to be a more casual look at these characters, like a casual look back, and see whether or not this game has an issue with aging. I think it kind of does. I think it definitely does. 21, I think, is one of those big characters that she dropped pretty much for my birthday, right? I was in the process of celebrating my birthday with some of my friends when her like Dokkan event teaser dropped, right? And I like immediately like hit, if you know Star Rail, Adventurian's voice line for when he pops his ult, that's what I did, right? A blast, right? But I was really excited for her, and it kind of makes me sad that like she's kind of one of these units that hasn't really gotten the same respect that I feel like she kind of deserved. Now, some of you might be saying, well, what do you mean? The 21, her Majin Power's got a lot of buffs. Peppy Gauss is getting buffs right now as we speak, right? There's buffs here, and yeah, right, there is, but oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have brought her. Maybe I had an idea of running these guys as a rotation, but maybe that was a bad idea. Jesus. As I was trying to say, before I got rudely interrupted by a 600,000 damage normal, am I just dead again? Yeah, she's out of here. She's getting taken off the team. I thought, oh well, representative of Universe 7 ally. Alright, I thought I was being cheeky. In fact, I was just being stupid, I guess. I don't even know who to replace her with, because that's a big issue, right? I guess we can talk about like 21's team, right? That'd be something that we can go ahead and talk about. It's not great, right, in the current modern day, right? She has a lot of issues. She has gotten a lot of buffs, right? I probably would use actually, I probably wouldn't use Bunny Bulma, because there's not enough Earthbred fighters on here, right? Like, obviously there's the two that just came out, right? In Bunny Bulma, and then as well as Videl, and then potentially two more characters that are going to be dropping soon, right? And then a couple EZAs. But she's in this weird spot where like not a lot of these units are really that useful, so you kind of can't make use out of them on this team. I guess we can just bring like well, we have enough artificial life forms, I think, for him, but I don't know if he's gonna be good enough, because that's the thing, right? It's just like, are these units gonna be good enough to be ran in here? We can do some shenanigans. Yeah, I think we can shenan my Gans real quick. Is it not gonna give me 21? What if I do AGL Peppy Gals? Then maybe you can do this. All right. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, and it's just one of those things where it pains me to see characters in a state like this. Like, characters that I was really excited for being, like, practically unusable, right? Because it's kind of rough, because, like, you can say that she has, like, spots where she could be used, but at the same time, she's a character that I'm pretty sure she does a melee super attack, right? So she can't go into the Kid Buu fight. Right. This fight is really hard at the beginning, and a lot of her characters want to stack up or get hit or that kind of thing. Right, so it's kind of hard for them to be in here. Like Bulma, once we actually like get going, right, we can get to the part where Cell Max can be debuffed and that kind of stuff. We'll cook. Right. If we can get that far, we'll be completely fine. Right. But like the issue is 21 herself isn't really that powerful. Like I have a 55% 21. Right? Look at her. Right? 55% 21, and she just fails. And we're gonna be seeing this kind of thing a lot. And I feel like that's one of those things where I like her a lot. She's I'm standing in front of her right now. You're like, physically, you can see it on your goddamn screen, right? I am a huge 21 fan. 21 is my favorite female character in the entirety of Dragon Ball. And then here's the other issue with 21. like what do we do about this? What do we do? I'm gonna reload this until you can get another one, and then I'll see you guys whenever I can find another 21 friend. Alright, so it's been a while, and we're now on the Roshi team, just because I physically could not find another 21 on the friends list. It was just not possible. So we're on the Roshi team now with her, and we've gotten to a point where we can actually start debuffing Cell Max. You can kind of see his stat buffs things are gone now, right? I'm just going to put her in front of all those attacks. Remember that if we can get to the point where Cell Max could be stunned, 21 can do that. We don't have her transformation available to us right now, but she is getting buffed by Bulma. She's getting buffed by Roshi. She's probably still going to get clapped if she doesn't decide to dodge. And that's kind of like the thing, right? Because 21 is one of those units that I think has potential to still be nichely usable because of the fact that she can dodge. Granted, her dodge is after she attacks, I believe, right? So it's not like amazing. She's still going to get like washed by like AoEs and that kind of thing. But like, she has some stuff in her that I think could still be nichely usable. Again, she has dodge, she has an action break, right? Her transformation in her like Majin form, right? That could potentially give you like some healing back depending on if you're running her team. Now, we're not on her team right now. We are currently on the Roshi team, obviously. And that does allow us to have access to Tech UI, right? In his domain. Dodge this. Thank you, honey. Pookie Bear. That's my wife right there, everyone. Right? So, like, you can make her work, right? I think it's possible. Roshi and his team is obviously a huge help. Again, if we had Bunny Bulma, that would be great. Bunny Bulma would do her very good. Not only being a dodge character, but also the fact that Bunny Bulma can give her an absolutely stupid amount of support. Like an absolutely ludicrous amount of support. We have animations off, right? Okay. I am going to pop these just so that we can, you know, move forward a little bit. Funny enough, right? 21, despite being a villain, right? This is, since this 21 is actually good 21 and not evil 21, right? She is a superclass character, right? And does get buffed by the domain. So that's pretty neat. Now, Tech UI and Agile UI have the ability to kind of just like wipe Cell Max off the face of the earth right now. And that'd be great, but not for the video's sake. But I guess, like, if we're going to use this as like a comparison for 21, right? If you have her rainbowed and you're gonna toss her on any team nowadays, now this would be the team, right? I guess you can technically use her on. I don't think she's on Fat Boo's leader skill. I was gonna say you can use her on Fat Boo's team, but I don't think she's even on there, which kind of sucks for her because like that would be like optimal Majin setup besides like her own team. And I mean, as you saw, like I want like the goal of this like series was to like run their team specifically, but I physically couldn't run 21 and I felt like we didn't get enough footage of her in here, so that's why we're on a different team. And again, I'm gonna be using her team throughout the entire week. If you're on my friends list, please set 21, especially if you're on the JP side, set her. That way I can actually do these every single week, right? Or every single day for the next like few days. I think tomorrow, well, this is gonna upload on Friday, right? So Saturday, right, I'll probably do a different team, different stage. I don't know what stage, again, because she's a dodge character and I want to use her team, and her team doesn't have access to Tech UI, so I can't really use him. I mean, I guess if we want, we can always just like fall back to the Roshi setup, right, and then make use out of her there. If this man decides to super attack Roshi, I'm gonna be so sad. I'll be absolutely depressed if he super attacks Roshi right now. My Roshi does have some dodge, plus we have the Tech UI domain active right now. Okay, no, we're fine. I did have to use items to get to this point, by the way. I'm just going to point that out there because I had like absolutely god-awful opening rotations and I wanted to actually have footage in this video. Let's go ahead and let's play the 21 active skill here just to have it in the video. Now, I don't exactly remember all her super attack effects, so let me look at the good 21 again, just so I can catch myself up. She no longer stuns, which is kind of bad for this fight, and from her super attack effect, but I believe she does do it in her passive, right? No, she doesn't. Huh, that kind of stinks. She does heal, though. right? And then she does have another action break on her actual active skill again, which we can do if we manage to survive and get to the next turn. We can do that. How do I want to play this? Just because I want to see her still, I'll do this. And she's gonna lose a couple of her links, because next turn is gonna be what? Her, Tech God Goku, and then Roshi, right? So she's gonna lose like her Peppy Gal links, which are good because Battlefield Diva does give her a little bit of extra dodge chance, right? So that is something that's good for her to have. So that'd be a little bit unfortunate that we're not gonna be able to have that for her, but she won't be able to get super attack the bare minimum. All right, so let's go ahead, 21. Do your thing. Be the beautiful, amazing Dokkan Fest you can be. She's not doing a whole lot. And obviously, these normals, I would love for them to be super attacks, but what are you gonna do? And then she's completely fine after she attacks. So, I guess that's her in this fight, right? It's not great. Especially considering that's with Bulma support and Tech UI's domain active. It's not the best thing ever. I'm hoping that whatever we do get for the Peppy Gal banner does help out, because if that drops as we're still in 21 week, you best believe I'm using her, right? Like, I'm gonna do that, right? It's gonna happen. So, just keep that in mind. If whatever comes out for the Peppy Gal banner and I get it, because I'm gonna be something on that banner, because Bunny Bulma is gonna be featured on that banner. If I get it and we can use them on 21's team, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm telling you that right now. Right. But it is just kind of unfortunate, isn't it? Because she dropped late November of 2023, and we're almost, actually, it's almost been a full year since she came out, which makes me feel kind of old, right? Because I turned 21 last year, ironically, right, when she came out. And now it's been almost a full year since she's come out and since my birthday. And she's really just kind of been left in the dust, I'd say. She hasn't really gotten the treatment that I think is befitting of a Dokkan Fest. Her, who else? Kale got it way too late to be useful. Super 17 never got it. Frieza this year is getting kind of shafted. Piccolo Jr., right? A lot of characters that could have been really, really damn good that have just fallen to the wayside just because of how Dokkan has released stuff, and I think that's kind of unfortunate. But I think doing this kind of series is going to help at least bring some light to these older characters. I feel like that's kind of like my point of this, right? Is hopefully by the end of this we can show off if any of these characters are even still remotely usable, right? Alright, let's make use of this action break here. Actually, let's buffer up with the Roshi support, and then we can do the action break. That's another thing. I really wish her animations were a little bit better. Like, 'cause they're a little jank. Like, we can admit that, right? That she's a little jank. I mean, it happens, right? It happens. But what are you gonna do? Also, she might have action broke the super attack, by the way. We have no way of knowing, but she might have. She might have. I kind of hope she did. Let's see, does she do anything crazy here? 6.2. Tech UI's domain is gone. We have Roshi buff. This is the Giga Roshi buff, by the way. Yeah, I mean, granted, this is a 55% 21, so I can't really, like, clown on her too much for her damage. Plus, that's never really been, like, her thing. It's like having really high attack stats. But defensively, she should be pretty good after all these super attacks, right? She should be, like, decently over a million plus, right? With dodge and a little bit of damage reduction. And if she gets hit right here, she's gonna have a little bit more, right? So, like, I find it hard to hate on her because it's one of those things where she can bring stuff to the table. It's just that she's almost a year old. And I know we're still kind of talking about a lot of characters that are a year old. Like, I think, like, Truth just put Gamma 1 as, like, a top 10 TUR. Which, like, yeah, fair enough. Right. I mean, he's still pretty damn good. what can we say, right? But, I trust AGL UI a little bit more for slot 1 like that. He can't super attack, but I just trust him a little more. Oh, I guess we can play this. Alright, cool. I mean, I think this video's... Oh, yo! UI, hello! Ah, damn. I think the video's pretty much wrapped. Like, we've seen all we can in this fight. Now, I am still gonna post 21 videos until Friday of next week, right? At least I'll try to post as much as I can, because, like, I mean, I think obviously it's going to depend on what the character is, right? How much we're going to be able to actually utilize them, because of the simple fact that not every single character from last year can be used in every single event this year, right? Like, I cannot bring 21 and her team specifically into either the Evolution Blue Vegeta, right, the new one, or the Goku and Frieza fight. I cannot bring her in there because she doesn't have Tech UI. I could bring this team, like with the Roshi team, and like shove her on there, right? But that's not kind of like the point. I only did this because I literally ran out of 21 friends, specifically for this fight that I wanted to do, right? I ran out. There's nothing I can do about that. So, which I guess is, part of the experience, one could say, of using characters like this, like 21. I think we're gonna run into that issue if we hit characters like Super 17 on the list, right? It's gonna be a little hard, and I don't know if I'm gonna be prepared for that. Now, granted, I'm doing this in August, right? At the start of August. This is August 9th, the date I'm recording this, right? There is a non-zero chance. Actually, it's a pretty high chance, because I don't think there's enough weeks in the year left for me to get through every single major release of 2023, right? So I'll probably keep like a couple, probably like the Dokkan Fest LRs if I don't get to them by the end of the year, right? Before we, head off into 2025, right? And then obviously I'm still going to be posting stuff about the new characters that come out right now. I'm not going to stop doing that. This is going to be like one of those just extra things that I'm doing in order to fill in the gaps between kind of releases, right? Where if there's nothing going on, expect stuff like this to drop. So I guess that's, what, day 1 of a 21 day or 21 week? I don't know what I'm going to call this series yet. If you have suggestions for the names for it, I'm probably going to have a name for it in the title, right? But if you have any suggestions for what this series is going to be called, roughly, I think it's going to be kind of like a look back kind of thing, right? So it's probably going to be what I'm going to name it. So this is like the week of 21. Let me know how you guys feel about this kind of series in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.